Welcome back, y'all. We're back again.
We back.
We are here, everybody. Welcome back to Pink Yoga, where it's me, Dev, Mr. Dev Nasty, back in the house. And who else is here with me?
Your boy Nick and Knight.
All right, so guys, we've been gone for a while, enjoying our lives. We're out of school.
We're graduates.
We are free.
Yes, Lord.
But
yes, Lord.
We are not done talking our shit.
Oh no, never.
So, Nick, I do want to have a conversation today.
Okay, what's up?
In the recent events that have been going on within the rap hip-hop community,
yes,
we've had a lot of altercations, a lot of call-outs, a lot of kerfuffles, a lot of drama, conflama, and mess.
Then, like Machine Gun Kelly said, let's talk about it.
Absolutely. So, I want to talk about where hip-hop and rap is today. I really want to talk about that because, in my honest opinion, I feel like right now it's plateaued. We have a lot of hip hop and rap songs out here that they're all very samey to me.
Yes.
It's the same beats, it's the same lyrics,
same trap drum.
Exactly. It's,
everything.
The same.
There's no distinction really.
There's none, and with that, it just. Because I'm gonna give you an example. Like, one of my friends the other night, he has sent a song to our group chat. It's this new song that features Cardi B. I can't remember the main guy's name who's doing the song, but he sent us a song. And I listened to it, and the only thing I could think of during the song is I've heard this before.
15 of the song.
I've heard this song multiple times before.
That's why I don't get excited for rap music anymore when it comes out. Like
I
have my artists that I will stick to. Like, I'll have my Travis Scotts, my Kendricks, my Mac Millers, my J. Coles, my Kanye's. But as far as anything else is concerned, I'm just not really excited to hear any more rap anymore.
Exactly.
Because it's literally all the same stuff. And I don't understand how people can, I can understand how someone can like Sada Baby or Little Baby or little whatever. But it's just like, what there's nothing, I feel like there's nothing meaningful behind it. And that's one of the things that I always hear.
Yeah, I just saw it. The guy's name was Pastino Fontaine.
Who?
Or yeah. Pastino Bye. Yeah, Pastino Fontaine.
God. What the hell is that?
I don't know. I personally have never heard of him, but here's the thing, when I listen to the song, it's not a bad song. The song itself is not bad.
Right.
But it's what I've heard before. You could, if you listen to the song, you can throw a rock and name like 10 other artists who've made that song.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's not even just local Detroit rappers or local Atlanta rappers or whoever. It's also big name artists as well who keep producing the same shit. It's like every time I hear a Migos song, it's like, okay, didn't I just come up with this 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And niggas will flock to it, and I'm just like, what's different from this album compared to that album?
I know a Migos song because at this point I know their flow. It's like the way they rap is da 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 bump, da 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 bump. Like, that's how they rap to me. It's the same. They run on the same beat every time they do a song.
And I think. And people always tell me, oh yeah, man, well, it's good club music, it's good trap music, it's good, it's good turn up music. Okay, first of all, now, I'm no fool, and I know what kind of music I like. I can sit here and say, oh, I like rap music. And I'm like, even I can tell you this is bull.
Mm-hmm.
This is not even like cold. Because I don't understand the idea of how someone can sit here and bang the same music over and over and over again, and it has no real different, no defining feature that makes it stand out from anything else that the artist has put out previously.
Because I can say this, and this is going to be really controversial because I know he's a very popular artist, and I know a lot of people like him.
Who?
And I like him. Do not get me wrong. Drake music has started to sound very samey to me.
Dog, I agree with you 100%.
He's like, when he first started out, it was something different because he was a different type of rapper.
Mm-hmm.
But as of lately, now
he got comfortable.
And he got complacent in his raps. And now it's basically the same song being dished out over and over and over again.
Because I'm so tired of the dance. I'm so tired of the dance hall music. I'm tired of his music is literally his music has just stayed the same for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last album that I really enjoyed by him was Views. And anything after that, I was just kind of like, all right, great.
I mean, honestly and truly. And then I think, beyond the music, there is a lack of decorum in the community.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lack of decorum because, let's speak on it. Let's talk about the whole Nicki Minaj and Cardi B incident that happened a few weeks ago. People are picking sides and saying this person's right, this person's wrong, and that person's right, and that person's wrong.
Well, what happened?
So, basically, to my understanding, Cardi B thought that Nicki Minaj was talking about, had made, negative comments about her baby, which came out that wasn't the case. That did not happen. And so, at New York Fashion Week, Cardi B went and tried to attack Nicki Minaj tried to throw a shoe at her, tried to physically assault her. She couldn't get through security. Security accidentally bumped Cardi on the head, which is why she got that bump on her forehead, the knot on her head, and she got escorted out. But my issue with that is because a lot of people are saying, one person's right, one person's wrong. I feel like both parties are wrong. Because in my honest opinion, I feel like it takes two to tango.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi's, as much as people are saying Cardi was wrong, woo woo.
Cardi is not necessarily wrong, because if she believes that you were talking about her child, that's a natural mother instinct.
But here's my thing with that.
There's a time and a place for everything.
There's a time and a place, and know your facts before you run up and do something like that.
Exactly.
Because while I could understand where that comes from, why you would feel that way, you were illiterate and you thought it was something that it wasn't. And then my issue with that is that you went off of what fans were saying, which is problem number one. You and Nicki have had multiple conversations about the fandom and how you can't take things that they say with a grain of salt, because they will try to force a rivalry when it's not even one there. So my thing with Cardi is, I don't fault her for being upset. I fault her for how she handled it.
Of course, not about what you do, it's about how you do it.
Exactly. But on the flip side of that, Nicki Minaj to me is one of those people where she knows how to pick people's buttons. She knows how to poke the bear and then hide her fingers.
Yep.
And then on top of that, when you've gotten into altercations with Mariah Carey, Miley Cyrus, Travis Scott, you've gotten into altercations with a myriad of different celebrities over the course of your time being famous. So if you're the common denominator in all these altercations, what's going on here?
So with that being said, I mean, yes, Cardi is still to blame. However, it kind of gives a little bit more light as to why Cardi reacted the way that she did. Because she knows how Cardi is, or she knows how Nicki is as a person.
Yeah.
She knows what she can do. So, because I mean, she's seen it a million times before. We've seen Nicki go back and forth with Safari a million times. We've seen her go back and forth with Meek a million times. We've seen her go back and forth with Remy. We've seen her go back and forth with, I mean, like you said, a myriad of people.
Exactly.
And honestly and truthfully, I feel like if you know that you out here, just talking cash money about people, you gotta expect the worst, because at some point someone's going to approach you for thinking that you said something, or you actually said something, and just going to act off merit alone.
Exactly.
So once again, you can't be surprised when people are gonna come talking crazy to you, or are going to try to cause bodily harm to you, because you invite that kind of mess yourself.
And then I look at this too, and the problem that I have with this whole situation is the fact that At New York Fashion Week, you are there in front of upper echelon people. You're up there. You're not just going to an event. When you're of that status or you're of celebrity status, you're not just going to an event anymore. You're going there representing
yourself
and the people that follow you, that look up to you, that have put money into your pocket, that have given you their time and attention to get you to where you are today.
You might not be a role model, but you still have to act.
You're
like you have some class and some home training.
Exactly. And when you go up there and you behave that way, it reflects bad on not only you but the people that you represent.
Exactly.
Because as a celebrity, you are, even if you don't necessarily want to or you don't want to claim it, you represent the people that support you. And when you go there and you carry yourself that way and get into these altercations, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And not saying that it's a poor representation of black people, but it gives them reason to not want us at their events. Mm-hmm. It gives them reason to say, oh, this is how we've never had any issues like this until these certain people came to our event.
Yep.
That's what that says. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Sure is. Because my whole thing is, we've worked, even if you haven't worked, other people have worked very hard to get where they are. Yeah. And and I think as a famous person, you should know how good, you should have a good handle on society.
Even beyond, let's not even being a famous person, just being a person who has a job.
Being a person who, who's in the world, should know how society operates.
Yeah, and then the thing that was mind-boggling to me when the whole situation that happened was the people that were condoning what Cardi B did are the same people who don't. I hate to say it like this, but I'm just gonna say it. Y'all don't have anything important to lose.
Not a thing.
Whereas Nicki, I like how she handled the situation. I like how she handled it because she stood back. She stood wherever she was. She didn't make no big fuss. She didn't bring any attention to herself. She let Cardi act the fool. Because when you make as much money as Nicki Minaj does, or when you have a certain when you have certain things that you can lose, you have to take a step back. You don't react to every single situation that comes your way.
You got things to lose.
Yeah. Period.
People invest in you, and what we've learned about the modern society is that people who see you as a commercial threat will back away from you.
Absolutely.
Period.
Now, another thing that I will say is that I don't think that anyone should be attacking Cardi by any way, shape, or form.
No,
this woman just had a baby, and what people seem to forget is that postpartum depression is very real. It's a very real thing. And a lot of people don't realize how it can truly affect a woman after she's given birth.
See, but the thing is, people don't care.
They don't.
People want what they want to see in society happen. People don't care.
Yeah.
Because to them, these are people that aren't, they're not within, arm's reach. So they really don't care. They have nothing to lose whenever they try to incite a fight between Cardi and Nicki, or try to incite some beef between, Drake or me. They're not losing anything.
And you know what? And what bothers me about that is that a lot of the issues that are going on in the hip hop community are because of the fans.
Exactly.
They're because of the so-called fans, because y'all want why is it such an issue? Why is it such an issue for there to be more than one female rapper at a time? Because it's mostly the female rappers that this happens with. You can have all these male rappers out here and like them all for what they do, but anytime you have more than one female rapper at a time, it becomes an issue. You saw how they did with Nicki and Lil Kim. Y'all saw how they did with Nicki and Iggy Azalea. Y'all saw you see how they're doing now with Nicki and Cardi B. Why is it that we can't have more than one female rapper at a time? Why does it only have to be one queen that's representing female rap? How come we can't have multiple queens? Why must it be like this? Why?
I could not tell you.
We can all eat.
Cause what's crazy to me is that we have a whole 40 years worth of male rappers, And I noticed like a shift almost between when rap beef really came into light, and because I really look back and I step back and I think to myself, okay, rappers have been throwing shots at each other for a very long time.
Yep.
And they play it like it's war,
Yep.
You don't say nothing crazy about nobody. You don't say nothing crazy about anybody's mama. You don't touch personal situations. You don't do that. You carry out your diss with tact. And when it comes down to, that's the agenda that they try to push with male rappers. Have these guys fight, and then when it comes to the women, when we only really need one of them. And if we're going to have more than one of them, we push the same agenda on them.
Yep. And
it was crazy that they'll see it as, oh, well, I've got to be the GOAT. I got to be the GOAT. But no, really, it's more the fans trying to, because I've noticed that the fans never really incite peace amongst other rappers, male or female. I've never seen it. The only time I've ever really seen it is when the rappers themselves will actually go out of their way to become friends or make peace with the rapper.
Yep.
For example, like Kendrick and J. Cole. Those two are like best friends. Those two are tight. And when they make music together, it's great. So my thing is, why are we not sitting here pushing rappers to come together, but yet we want to sit here and have them all turn on each other?
Because people don't want to see for some reason don't want to see successful people be successful together. They would rather incite a fight and incite, drama and mess for better music as opposed to just letting them do them. But I want to take a quick break, and when we come back, I really want to tackle Kanye West.
All right.
Because there's something been going on with him lately, and there's something for those of you who don't know me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Kanye West, but I'm on his side in this point. We'll get on that when we come back.
I've taken 3 showers and my skin is super dry.
Okay,
what's going on?
Stop doing that because you're draining out all your skin of their oils.
What?
So you're draining your skin of everything. You're stripping your skin of all its natural oils. That's why you complain all the time about being dry, crusty, dusty, and ashy. I'm just saying, look, I have the remedy that'll help you, okay?
And that is?
It's Bath Savvy. They make such good products with all natural ingredients. I'm talking body butters, whipped body creams, bath bombs, handmade soaps, and more.
Okay.
You need to get up on that. You're confused. I see that. So I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to get you down. I'm going to get you into the nitty gritty. Okay. I'm going to get into the nitty gritty like how that oil is going to get down into the cracks in your skin. That's how we're going to get today. Okay?
Okay.
So basically, let's say you get a body butter. Just like how butter seeps into your toast, that body butter is going to seep into your skin. It's going to have you looking so luscious and luminous and dewy and soft and supple and svelte. It's going to have you looking amazing, all the while moisturizing your beautiful skin. It's going to make it look so healthy, so young and just glowing. You want that, right?
Oh yeah.
So go to bathsavvy.com. Make sure you guys check them out on bathsavvy.com and also their Instagram page, Bath Savvy, where not only can you get the individual products for great prices, might I add, but you can also make little gift bags as well for yourself and for your loved ones. I'm talking about doing pairs like bath bombs and handmade soaps and whipped body creams and body butters. There's so much you can do. So check out bathsavvy.com and get that beautiful skin today. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about Kanye West. Now, here's the thing. I don't dislike Kanye West. I like his music, and there are times where I feel like he gets picked on a lot. But obviously he says some things I just can't stand by and whatever. Now, the thing is, as of recently, I want to say it was like yesterday or the day before, he got some attention in the media because I guess he started going off on Nick Cannon and some other celebrities because he's tired of people making fun of his wife, Kim Kardashian. And when I noticed it, because I was reading comments, and a lot of people were really upset and were really trying to go off on Kanye, saying, well, you know who your wife is, you should have never married her, you know what type of woman she is, she's a celebrity, of course you're gonna make fun of her, woo 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 woo. And my problem with that is that you're asking this man not to stand up for his wife.
Because if he didn't, y'all would have said, oh, he ain't shit nigga for not doing it.
And it's a difference between the audience saying it and fans saying it as opposed to his colleagues. Because in my honest opinion, y'all have been talking about her for I don't know how long. It's easier to ignore y'all. But when you have somebody who is also a celebrity who's inciting these jokes, who is inciting that type of behavior, but then it makes it an issue. And I don't understand why it's a problem that this man has had enough of y'all jokes and is defending his wife and the mother of his children. I'm not understanding that. Because all of y'all, when it comes to y'all loved ones, you wouldn't let
nobody talk crazy about your wife, or your mama, or your grandmother.
Y'all be ready to fight and kill for y'all. So why is it such an issue when Kanye does it?
Well, it's an issue when Kanye does it because
he does anything.
Right, because people believe that Kim Kardashian and the family of the Kardashians, they influence Kanye to make moves that benefit them. And as any man who is in a family, he has his own judgment. He has his own ideas.
Yes.
Now, as far as Kanye, because this is what I truly honestly believe. I believe that Kanye was saying all of that craziness not because of Kim Kardashian, but because he was trying to get people to see a different side of how someone else would think. He was trying to get people to see the worst side of someone and say, hey, this is how someone actually thinks. Take a second and reflect on yourself and how you react to this person, and have a self-reflection on yourself. Is this the right way about reacting to something like this?
What situation are you talking about?
I'm talking about with the whole what was it? When he had the MAGA hat on in that picture, people were losing their minds with right reason. However, there were select people who were really going out of their way to really make him feel terrible. Now, yes, I have my opinions on the man, and everybody else may have their opinions on the man, but let's let that be that. We don't sit here and try to talk crazy or do craziness to a person. We can have their opinions and we keep it pushing at that. However, I will say this: we don't talk about someone else's loved ones and then expect for them to just
be
take
okay
it sitting
with it.
down.
Yeah,
because
especially you, Nick Cannon. Especially you.
Yes.
Especially you. Because once again, to me, at least to me, I don't consider Nick Cannon a comedian. He's not a comedian to me. You're not out here doing stand-up. Now, had it been Cat Williams, Kathy Griffin, that's y'all living. Y'all make a living off of comedy based off of celebrities and whatnot. This is what you all do. You don't do this, Nick Cannon. This is not what you do. So when you make those type of comments, you expect for somebody to say something, especially when it involves their wife.
Right. You can have whatever opinion you want about me and how I go about putting on a message or my ideas on politics or life in general. But do not bring the conversation about me or my children. Don't bring them up.
And then
if you're gonna have a conversation about me, let it be about me.
And then on top of that, it's is more inappropriate because you and Kim years ago had relations.
Y'all been tight for forever.
Y'all. I don't know if it was just a one night stand, but they had sex at one point years ago, so that it makes it even seedier. Why are you talking about this woman that you had sex with I don't know how many years ago today? For what? For what? What? And this is my question, not only for Nick Cannon, but for everybody. What has Kim Kardashian done to you?
She's not a horrible person. She ain't done nothing crazy.
Because Kim not running around calling y'all niggas. She not stripping rights away from y'all. She not threatening y'all kids. She ain't done nothing to y'all.
She literally does her own thing.
All that girl has done is made money off of a situation that she was involved in and turned her mistake into billions. That's all she has done. That's all she's done. And y'all sit here and harass her and then want to get upset when her husband doesn't defend her.
It's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's not right.
Now, and honestly, when it comes to Kanye, I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. Because just between us, Kanye hasn't been right since his mother passed away. From the time his mother passed away, he has not been good. Because to me, and I think this is why he clings so closely to the Kardashian family, is because from my understanding, his mother was really all he had when it came to family.
Because the rest of his family sucks.
Yeah.
Somebody in his family stole one of his laptops that had all his music on it. Mm-hmm. And then when he tried to get him back, they ransomed it off at $300,000.
Yeah.
But it's a problem, that Kanye feels the way he does about his family.
Yeah. And so to me, when the fact that he's made a new family with Kim and his children, and the Kardashians have basically taken him in and have treated him like a member of the family, it's no shock to me that he is as protective over them as he is.
Because I noticed that even it's like people forget that Kanye West is still human. Mm-hmm. Yes, we might not like the way he goes about, he goes about his business or things that he might say. However, he's still human at the end of the day. He still has his own, and he hasn't done anything to anybody that would make us be like, okay, yeah, he's an actual threat. He's just a man trying to find his way after a crisis.
Now, this is what I will say. I think Kanye needs deep therapy because the way that he goes about things, it's heinous. And I'm aware that he's apologized after the whole slavery comments and whatnot. But when he said those things, it hurts. And it's very belittling and it's disrespectful when you say, how can 400 years of slavery happen when it was a bunch of y'all? And there were so many people trying to decipher what they thought he was trying to say. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Kanye West is that smart. I don't think he's that smart to try to make a message out of something like that's so heinous, that's had history of us being belittled, being taken advantage of, being separated from our families, being raped, being beaten, being killed. For what? That's nothing to joke about, and it's nothing to say to take so lightly.
I do believe that Kanye is that smart. However, that was not the topic that you want to bring up when you're talking about having someone else having a different mind. No.
The only reason
that
why
was not
the
right way to go about that.
The reason why I say he's not that smart is because no cognitive person would find it appropriate to not only, because it's not like you said it within private company. It's not like you said it around the kitchen table. You said this on an international broadcasted television show. You thought that that was an appropriate conversation to have in a public setting in front of not just, just the people you're in the room with, but of all races, in front of children, in front of people who don't truly understand the extremities of slavery, and people who do. People who still experience racism to this day because it's still very prevalent. You can't say, it's not easy to say, oh, how could you deal with 400 years of slavery? You can just get out of it. We deal with it today.
Yep.
We still live in it today. Racism is still breathing around us. It's still ever flowing around us. So to say, how come you couldn't get away from it? There is no getting away from it because it's still around us.
Yep.
It's just not as in our face as it used to be.
It's even worse now.
It's worse
in
now.
the system.
It's worse now because it's in the system. There are people being put in jail for doing absolutely nothing, and other people getting let go for much worse.
Yep.
There are young teenagers, children being killed in the streets for no fucking reason. And you want to say slavery was a choice? That being a slave was a choice?
Not a good call, Kanye.
That was dumb. That was dumb. Call. And he sat out there looking like a fucking bird when he said that. He was a fucking bird when he said that.
Now, given all of that, do you believe that his apology was sincere?
I do believe his apology was sincere because I don't think Kanye is genuinely a bad person. I think he is a lost soul.
He has. I think Kanye has the right idea, but once again, it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it.
Here's the thing about Kanye.
Saying that shit wasn't right.
Here's the thing about Kanye. Kanye West has a God complex.
He's always had it.
And he's not unwavering in his opinions and in what he thinks is right.
Right.
And that's the problem. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but he's unwavering in his opinions and in his thoughts. And until he not seeks help, but until he rationalizes that and tries to better that or at least tightly wound that, he is going to have the same issue going forward.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Because once again, Kanye is, his God complex has come from the idea that he is the man on top. He's one of the GOATs. Because let's be honest, Kanye is one of the GOATs.
Musically, he's a genius.
Musically, yes. Musically, he has built himself a path to heaven.
And let me make myself clear when I say this. The feelings that I have about Kanye are not a reflection on his talent, because that man is a very talented man. He is extremely talented, and he's shown that in his line of work.
Yep.
However, he needs to deal with what's going on within himself, and that's my thing. Making comments about, mixed children are better than black kids. So like stuff like that. You can't say things like that.
You just can't.
You can't say things like that. And then when you say things like that, it makes me cautious and it makes me feel weird inside, because like, what are you teaching your children? What are you teaching them when you say things like that?
Because my whole thing is, once again, this is about the man in question. This is about the man who said these things, and yes, he did apologize for him.
He did, and his apology, it was very sincere.
Very sincere, and I truly do believe that he regrets saying those things.
But I will say this.
And he is. But hold on.
I will say this. When you're done, I have something to say.
Okay. Because I do believe that he has really made a change in himself. Given everything that's happened, he's a fresh start. We're giving him a fresh new deal. However, back to the original point, this is still no excuse to bring Kim into any of this. Kim has stayed out of the limelight when Kanye has talked his craziness. But somehow, some way, we find some way to say, oh, her and her family have some influence on him. He's a grown man at the end of the day. He has his own choices to make. if he believes that Donald Trump is the best president, if he believes that 400 years of slavery was fake, then he believes that. We don't have to agree with it, and we really don't. But he's a grown man. He makes his own decisions. However, we do not sit here and place blame on someone else for having their decisions when that person has shown they don't agree.
Agreed. But this is what I'm going to say. When it comes to Kanye, I'm sure he's growing. I'm sure he's learning. But when is Kanye going to stop being sorry? At what point are we going to stop hearing, "Oh, I'm sorry I said this. Oh, I'm sorry I said that"? Learn something from this so we don't continue. I'm tired of hearing a fucking apology. I'm tired of it. Learn something from this.
I do believe that he truly has, because everything that happened from when he dropped that single up until the point where he had, he got on, talked about Nick Cannon and Drake and all that extra. I do believe that he had a change in there somewhere. So I do believe that, because we got to remember, when Kanye, was going through it, he never mentioned the defense of his wife up until that album came out. And when that album came out, he went kind of silent. He dropped his collab album with Kid Cudi, and then we didn't hear from him then. And now he's starting to get it. And personally, I do believe, and I hope and pray this is the case, I think Kim has probably told him to get his head out of his ass. I do believe it.
I believe that.
I really believe, like, Kim was like, "Look, you gotta stop. This is not cool." And if that's the case, that would make y'all terrible people for really sitting here trying to belittle her when she's trying to do the right thing by him, because that's her husband. If you've ever been in any relationship, you don't want your partner looking crazy. You don't throw your partner out to the wolves. You don't do that. So Kanye is doing the same thing. He's defending his wife.
Exactly.
That's just natural instinct. Because yes, while they were talking about her, he ain't say nothing about it. But then something clicked in his head and was like, okay, all right, this is gonna stop somewhere.
Yes. Now we're gonna take another quick break. When we come back, I wanna ask you, Nick, where when it comes to hip hop and rap, where can we go forward from here? Which kind of change would you like to see?
Okay.
We'll do that when we come back.
Dev, I like that shirt you wearing. What is that?
Oh, you know what? It's this really cool shirt, this Bart Simpson shirt that I got from Palm Tree.
Palm Tree, what is that?
So Palm Tree, well, you know exactly what it is. Come on, don't be coy now. Let's not play these games. Let's not do that.
Yeah,
Tell the
right.
audience who Palm Tree is.
Palm Tree is actually one of the coolest clothing stores just the coolest clothes on the planet, period. With vaporwave, anti-consumer, anime, Japanese lifestyle. All of their shirts are super cool.
What do they have besides shirts?
They have posters, pins, sweatshirts, t-shirts, anything you can think of, they got it.
And honestly, guys, if you go into the location, because they're located at the Rust Belt on 9 Mile and Ferndale, trust me, the location on the inside is so cool. All kind of posters, all kind of really fun designs that they can do, and not only on their shirts, but on all their other merchandise as well.
You should buy their stuff on the mere fact that they have an emulated arcade machine.
Yes.
Just off that alone.
Yes.
Period.
And if you go to palmtree.design, you will see all of their amazing content that they have on there as well.
Oh, yes.
So get on there now. Go to Palm Tree. It's like a vacation.
So, Devin.
Yes.
You said that you had a question for me about where we can go in rap music.
Yes.
That's actually a really hard question, because rap has evolved from just one central thing. Rap after the 40 years of its life cycle has evolved into many things. Devolved, if you ask some people. Me personally, I feel like it's evolved and it's blossomed into its own creature, and it's become one of the biggest forms of music, period.
Right.
Ever. And to say that it's plateaued, I agree and I disagree, because yes, the music that is pushed out, whether it be Migos or, some new Drake or whatever, some new Lil Wayne, the same thing. I do believe that there are messages that you can find in music that famous people put out all the time.
Yes.
Like, I think the whole concept of Damn, KOD, For Your Eyes Only, To Pimp a Butterfly, yes, I do stand Kendrick and J. Cole very heavy. We stand Kendrick and J. Cole in this house.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that guys like those really do want to see hip hop succeed.
Yes.
Chance the Rapper, Travis Scott. Yes, I know Travis is a drug user. However, Travis puts out some music. That's what I can say that's actually good music. But to say that it's plateaued, I believe that if you really want to truly find good rap music, you should do what everybody else does and go find it. Because you can find a lot of good rappers. You can find a lot of good rappers who speak a good message. And honestly and truly, if it comes down to that, you can't find anything that has come out in this generation, there's always the old school. Tribe Called Quest. I will always stand Tribe Called Quest to the day I die. They are the GOATs to me. I love Tribe Called Quest, and I always have and always will. Period. Because if it's really that you can't find anything new, then you've always got the old school to fall back on. Tupac, Biggie, Public Enemy, Black Sheep, whatever. You could always find something.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, if they inspire you, then you can go out and make good rap music. If that's really what it is.
See, but I hate that statement. I hate the statement of, if you don't like it, do it yourself. Because I don't want to be a rapper. I'm not trying to rap. I can't rap.
Well, for those who want to.
Like,
if you don't want to be a rapper, then yeah, you can go find good rap music.
Like,
you can find it anywhere.
Like, to me, that's the equivalent of like when you ask a parent, like, why are you asking me to do this, and they say, because I said so. Like, it's very like cut and dry. I'm not answering your question, or I'm not going to give you what you want.
And that's fair. However, I will say this, because I do want to give you a genuine answer. If you want to find good rap music and you're tired of
no, that's not my question. That's not my question.
What?
My question is, what do you want to see from rap and hip hop?
What I really want to see from rap music is, I want to see more people talk about situations in life that are very real. However, I want a brotherly love aspect from it.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole does it perfectly. He's very brotherly love in his music. Yes, he talks about the real. He talks about situations in the real world. However, it's conversational. I love good conversational rap, where you're not talking down to me about how much money you have, or how many girls you done slept with, or how much, the amount of drugs you consume. No, I want you to talk to me about the real. I want you to talk to me about the real, and I want you to keep it real. But I want to feel like, okay, yeah, J. Cole, he's a brother. He gets it. Kendrick, he gets it. Schoolboy Q, he gets it. That's what I want to hear. Boss, he gets it. That's the kind of music that I listen to. And I also listen to a good beat as well too. Me personally, I prefer jazz in my beats. You know, that's really a big thing with me when it comes to the musical aspect. I like jazz.
We can tell. Listen to our last however many episodes that we've had on this damn channel.
Tribe Called Quest. I mean.
Anywho, I will say this. For me, I would like to see... Can we please stop rapping about women in a derogatory way? I'm tired of seeing it and hearing it.
It's getting old.
It's
getting old.
It's been old. And how long are we going to continue to disrespect women in music? How long are we going to keep doing it? Because
it's tired.
It's so tired. It's late. And it's corny.
Like y'all like, for those of y'all who still like grow up.
It's corny.
Grow up. Because you have to remember, as a rapper, you, and a famous one at that, you have a big hand on the black community when it comes to young men. Because let's be honest, black men, they listen to rap all the time. However they get it, that's their business.
In some way, shape, or form.
Right, that's their business. However, they still hear it. So when they hear you talking about disrespecting women, and you know you got all this money, it's just like you may think, oh, you know, I'm showing them what they could have. No, you know damn well they're not gonna get it. In that it's just comfortable music to make. It's just safe music to make.
Well, not even so much that they can't get it, but it's just it's giving them this idea that the only good life to live is if you live it this way.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. That's really what I mean.
You know, like it's gross to think that the way to be successful is to have, you know, a myriad of women around you at your disposal at any given time. You know,
that's not cute.
And copious amount of drugs and copious. No. Like, it's gross. It's gross.
It's not cute.
And not saying, oh yeah, you know, rap about, you know, being married and, you know, being, you know, finding your soulmate or whatever. But there's so much more to life than hoes. There's more to life than hoes. There's more to life than money. There's more to life than drugs. Rap about something else. Rap about something else. There's so much more out here to talk about.
If anything, you could rap about the people who live around you. You could rap about how happy someone makes you. Once again, if you listen to an album, if you listen to Tribe Called Quest's first album compared to, I don't know, what's a modern day rapper? What's the first one that pops into your head?
Uzi Vert.
It's perfect. If you compare Tribe Called Quest's album compared to Uzi's first album, there's a whole difference. There's a whole difference between in tone and ideal. Personally, me, I go for Tribe Called Quest because they don't talk about doing anything crazy. They don't talk about violence. They don't talk about, you know, none of that. They don't disrespect women. They're just rapping about modern life situations.
Right.
They just rapping about things that happen to them on the daily. And that's enough for me.
And I'm gonna be honest with you too. Another thing I want to see, I would love to hear more rap music on different beats. Because what I can say is, because one of my favorite rappers, and a lot of people I know they don't like her, which is fine, but I love Azealia Banks.
It's my girl.
To me, she makes really good music. What I love about her music is that her beats are fun. Like they have a lot of energy to them. Like they have this very like house music vibe to them, with different elements and whatnot that just make them very upbeat rap songs.
And I know she talks about people like she literally breathes fire. However, separate
The artist.
The artist from the art.
Well, the person from the art. Her music
is cold.
Is phenomenal. And I wish that rappers would kind of take notes and have more upbeat beats with their raps. I feel like it just makes it more inviting. It makes it more fun, and it's different. And for me, that's why Azealia Banks stands out as a rapper. Her style is so different. And I think that's what I'm missing is that diversity in the rap community. I'm missing that.
I was thinking of, because honestly, when you think about artists that talk about things that are relatable, their music is more popular, given the setting, of course. However, because I know with me, I like music that's relatable. I don't have 15 cars. I don't have a $3 million home. But I could lose my wallet, or I could buy a car, that sucks. Or, I could go and get fed up at, McDonald's or something. Whatever. I would want the rap to be relatable to me because I'm the one who's listening to it. So, honestly, given that idea, yes, making good music can be about anything. Honestly and truthfully.
Fair enough. Well, guys, I think we're going to cut it short today. I really think we covered a lot of ground with this episode today.
We're not talking about MGK and Eminem.
I'm not doing that. I'm tired. I'm not watching Milk fight with mayonnaise. I'm not doing it.
I hate this man.
I'm not doing it.
I hate this man.
I'm not doing it because what happens, it spoils. That's all we have for today, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to Pink Yoga again. We will be back with more content in the future. Look out for videos that'll be coming out soon.
Look out for merch.
And merchandise. Yes. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening. And with that, we are out.
We will see you later.
Bye.